Turns like a 10-minute philosophical crisis. That's happened
Like kind of simple fraction.
You ever had such complicated feelings about whether Avatar the Last Airbender is good Whoa! Every time someone asks you a question, it's a terrible philosophical crisis. That's me. That's happened to me over years. Everything comes to say certain personal opinions, and other things in or any of the last thing I started, I noticed that the question about representation the characters are Chinese.
You're trying to say that happening stuff is normal. All right, fine, hold on. Whatever if you're wrong, you're right. Very good idea.
I think in this debate about authenticity comes from one side that is put out on two high contextual and cultural representation, and it's a elements for us that will typically but if you ask my perspective I've been saying because if I started looking for Chinese things, I would start finding like Japanese or Indian stuff in the same places, and that doesn't happen in real life. So I guess the deeper question is whether Avatar contributes to the sin of conflating Asian cultures and contributing to the notion of interchange. And I'm saying, I never claim there's 4 elements. The Asian and like excited. All the creators Brian Mike envisioned in the beginning was that a bunch of water people were in trouble because of attacks by fire people. They mentioned in the article that they did find a 5-element system that's native to East Asia, but they eventually chose the 4-element system over because the 4-element system is more universal and easy to understand. Some people, including me, have been disappointed that they didn't go with the 5 elements. It's not really criticism though, like I'm not taking what's off because of this, but it just wouldn't be really nice if we could, because then it wouldn't be so difficult to explain this. Like if the one we come from is pop culture, but of course they couldn't have foreseen how big of a thing it is. Like 50 after this era. So in case you don't know much about the 5-element system, let me explain it here. It's wood, fire, earth, metal, and waters. And the everyday elements in the sense that they're the fundamental building blocks of what we know, literally are metaphors for the forces that interact throughout the universe. I'm gonna oversimplify here, but wood represents like nurturing and rising forces, fire represents powerful and destructive forces, earth represents balancing and stabilizing forces, metal represents precise and disciplining forces, and water represents flexible and calming forces. Because like they each represent one of the core energies, and then one of the planets, a creature, and they have this whole like long time scaling interaction system where they either like overcome or generate each other. So I can see why the Avatar producers would think it's too confusing to understand, but honestly it's not hard. You wrote with a deeply embedded in the culture. I don't think modern agents do too much on a daily basis. We're not going around being like, what does the 5-element system tell me I need to keep making? Or like, it's not all random places in our cultures, like Japan, names the things are so like in Japanese, Tuesday is fire day, Wednesday is water day, and so on. Also, as a sci-fi fantasy author who uses this system in a lot of these stories, my life would have been a lot easier if Avatar had established this in the cultural consciousness, but we can't have it all. Anyway, on to the actual Avatar elements. In the title cards, they're each accompanied by a trait that generalizes their nation. Water is kindness, earth is strength, fire is passion, and air is harmony. When they show the map, it says many mighty powers divided in 4 up top. I don't know if this was intentional, but it reminds me a lot of the Warring States period of Chinese history, which is like 2,500 years ago. Where the 7 Warring States were called Chen, which is the 7 mighty powers of the Warring States. Then the bottom said something like, all under heaven are pacified by one. This is a spin on the saying from a really old Chinese text, and this is probably a reference to Avatar. And the Avatar production staff hired an actual master Chinese to deliver the result. And my ancient backstory specifically reminds me of how the Warring States ended when the Qin state conquered the other states and created China. Imperial Japan might have been a more direct inspiration for the Fire Nation, but at some point later in production, the Fire Nation aesthetic was changed to be more Chinese, probably to distance itself from Imperial Japan, which did cause a lot of like recent trauma still remembered by the so like that not good. There's like a stereotype of the seasons all were confusion and scholarly and stuff, and the Qing Dynasty was definitely that. The Qing Dynasty was like China's evil grunge fans. Their national clothing colors were red and black, and they were all about like sweeping laws, going off to war, and they were almost like an animal. And then we're simply rents with the enemies interior. Some creative something they also types called Imperial China, despite three and they were introduced to the concept of reincarnation. This is taken from Hinduism, where certain deities are believed to incarnate on Earth lifetime after lifetime. The Chinese subtitles for this show up top literally means the deity who descends from the world. And then episode 1 officially begins. When we first see the top waterman, Sokka is very dismissive of it, to which she insists that it's an art form, not magic. I think the distinction matters here because magic implies a very meaning thing that's not well understood, but magic so they do in fact have a whole system of techniques that you can't learn. Waterbending in particular is based on Tai Chi, which is the perfect choice because Tai Chi is all about soft, flowing movements, and it's not really safe for health benefits. In China, the constantly see rounds and rounds of Tai Chi and farms. And the North Star, whose idea of adding the fun supernatural elements of martial arts is inspired by Stephen Chow movies like Shaolin Soccer. Martial arts is something called Secret Keys, one assigned specific martial art to each other. That's why I see it. And then I love the introduced to Sokka's character arc, where he starts off with this sort of misogyny and toxic masculinity. And this one is actually him being like the only dude left in his tribe, so he feels like he has to overcompensate. It's not even overcompensate. This is so weird. So season 5. This hairstyle of his is influenced with samurai and very Japanese you shape their heads in interesting ways. There's actually like a new explanation in The Rise of Kyoshi, a novel by F.C. Kyoshi's like, and it's considered Canada's character. And then if you use an enemy tide for spirit by your opponents, you so this is also actively their style shape. As you know, the Apple Iron just has a meal and he's such a good quality person. I appreciate how they didn't make the Iron Nation this generic like able to be defeated. I really like flexibility, you know. Also, random fact in the art book, Kang was frozen solid in iceberg, but she was hovering in a sphere of energy.
Over here.
The air nomads are heavily inspired by Tibetan culture, and the monks there wear a lot of orange, yellow, and red. So that's probably why the air nomads are colorful this way. They don't sell a lot of stuff, but they actually think they celebrate people have the light action. Most of everything else is named there. But it's actually pronounce his name in Mandarin Chinese. But I'm not going to make names in the show. Nor am I going to make names. Because how do you names? Sometimes do like that.
We're not, like I said, we're not gonna watch the full video now, so we're probably gonna take a break. If you guys are actually into it, we'll watch it at a later time. And it's actually more than one episode. She does an episode for all 3 seasons of it. So it'll be 3 episodes, so we just get.
Another fun about the art book is that the Avatar world was heavily influenced by Miyazaki films like Spirited Away and Evil. This is obvious when it comes to stuff like
Or I guess that's eventually sound.
I can't wait to be emotionally destroyed when I rewatch book 2. Meanwhile, Finny was yelling about his honor. This is influenced by the perception that honor is a big deal in Asian cultures, but I think it gets overused in Asian-inspired media, maybe in the West. Thankfully, Zuko's character ends up being more complex than this singular motivation. And then it wakes up in the Silly Water tribe. According to the art book, the look of the tribe is inspired by the movie friend, Matt Runner, which depicted life in a small internet tribe. There's a amazing trail figure by Ruth Dan that speaks more about the inspiration Avatar and the cultures. So they're not wrong. Like inspirations such as Katara's hair movies and a lot of Wattpad names. I'll link the thread in the description below. Meanwhile, Zuko is going to sing fire meeting. Fire meeting is based on Northern Shaolin martial arts, which have a lot of fast strikes and aggressive kicks. Iroh told Zuko that his fire comes from the breath, which is probably not to the concept of chi in Chinese culture. Chi is literally translated as the air of breath. It was not vital energy and everything. Chi can also be divided into subtypes of the five element system, like fire chi is the thing. It's linked in your mouth also, so your fire chi is super balanced. So like Zuko probably gets a lot of ulcers in his mouth. And it's like scene is really sad that Katara discovers herself and the damn blue she's been. It speaks to how the war has disrupted life in her tribe so much that she feels like she has to handle all these extra responsibilities. When she then goes to the Empire ship, there are a lot of weapons followed after ancient Chinese ones. There's like a present sword at the very left, which is popularly associated with one and against one there is debate on whether he actually had one like this. There's also one sword.
So it's too bad. That's the one that had that.
These are the main options and this is the first now this is the water time. It's not that there's no war bits. I don't think this particular look is inspired by any particular teach. Official sources say that this is meant to look like and serves as for the Fire Nation armor, the armistice that was originally inspired by samurai armor, but they have to streamline the details for an actually made. Say that I have your chance to small Oh, and random fun trivia here. It was revealed in the Horror Comics Turf Wars that the Airbenders were very open-minded and accepting when it comes to relationships and sexuality. And this is the thing that you combine on these influences. There were so many artists who worked on this that it's impossible to really tell who got inspiration from what. I have a hard time imagining some background artist is like specifically Googling 3,000-year-old Chinese pottery for one shot. So like sometimes it really isn't. When Aang fights Zuko, he demonstrates how airbending is based on Bagua Zhang or Eight Triangle Talk. It's a martial art that uses a lot of evasive circular movements to dodge things.
Avatar is it's like a huge chunk of Chinese stuff and like a little bit of Japanese and Indian stuff. Honestly.
Fun fact though, he's voiced by Jason Isaacs, also known as Lucius Malfoy. The gang is the Southern Air Temple, which is built on a Watala Mountain, which one extension is named after Mount Watala. For ceremonies, festivals, and training apprentice months. Well, the non airbenders are just out there fighting. But I'm not ready to experience. I swear, I was like traumatized. Everyone goes down. Like, just for one scene, the Queen and animated this whole airball game. But hold on. How was Sokka supposed to play fairly? He couldn't defend anything. I'm pretty devastated by the slow build up to Aang realizing the airbender genocide really did happen. Hey man, this show really went.
You gotta remember what genocide means. Tony knows, Ron knows. Who else knows? Nobody. All right, Tony, explain what genocide is. Everybody listen.
Like people are
Well, yeah, it's like when you try to kill all of a certain kind of people. Like when Hitler tried to kill all the Jews, that's a genocide. Or if you try to kill any like a certain kind of group, like if you try to kill all of a certain religion or all of a certain race or whatever it's or like all of a certain country. So because geno means like race and group and size. It's like well, it can mean different things, but anyway, inside, like CIDE is usually related to killing to death. Like homicide means to kill a man, suicide means to kill himself, patricide means to kill your death, matricide. Anyway, But yeah, genocide means to try to kill a whole genus or race. Okay.
So, we're gonna do.
Genocide is because in this show, yeah, the Ames culture, the original air nomads were genocided. And that kind of thing happens in real life. Like in fact, there have been times in history where people tried to kill all the Buddhist monks, and that's kind of what happened in the people of the Faith.
We're gonna do.
All Dalai Lamas except the first one had the exposure. And just what the current Dalai Lama's is.
I don't think you've met him personally, but there's a picture of him out there with
The
ties.
what's here, yeah, extras, the flight leaders originally trained by the Air Force.
Yeah, he's one of the most famous people. The guy on the show, the Dalai Lama, he's like all the Tibetan Buddhists, well, not all of them, but most of the Tibetan Buddhists. Did I lose it? Alright, they'll show him again. Anyway, that guy, the Dalai Lama, he's like the head of most of the Tibetan Buddhists. And what she's saying is a couple of characters are named after him. There's a picture of him in the Buddha Hall because he met, don't make fun of the holy person today. I know what you're referencing, the Dalai Lama, not this one. Alright, anyway, yeah, the master met this guy. And also, he's still alive. He came to Louisville like 5 or 10 years ago. He lives in India normally. So whenever Tibet got taken over by China, China was like, we're gonna control all of Tibetan Buddhism now. And he was like, I'm not gonna do that. So he left. It was a short story. A longer version. She's not dead. He's alive. Yeah. Whenever the Dalai Lama dies, they pick a new Dalai Lama. There's like the whole like magic process when they figure out like who reincarnates into the next Dalai Lama. Similar to how, and she's probably not gonna talk about it, but do you guys remember how whenever the in this show, how they figure out who the next avatar is, they have like the monks go and they bring like some toys and stuff that he had from his past life. That's actually how they really find new Dalai Lamas in real life. Yeah, so the current Dalai Lama, the one they just showed, whenever he dies, they've done it 14 other times. This is the 14th Dalai Lama. They've done it for centuries. Whenever that Dalai Lama dies, Tibetan masters go around trying to find who he was reincarnated as, because he does a vow to reincarnate a bunch. They kept a bunch of babies by bringing a bunch of stuff from their past life and seeing like if they're into the stuff that they were into in their past life. That's a real tradition, Tibetan path, and the whole thing in Avatar. Well,
Like just my.
they picked them within like their own country. Like, they let you come to like America and be like,
Hey,
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to stress it. Meanwhile, Sukuma is now getting to the Spanish challenge trying to anytime, and he needs fire and sun.
In fact, Agni does mean fire in Sanskrit, but also Agni is the name of the fire god in Sanskrit. So do you ever remember watching the Saturday in here? Like, that's how I heard videos that you guys watch on. No side conversation. Don't worry about my business. Whenever they have like the Buddha, whenever he's done, he goes around like those videos we watch on YouTube sometimes, like usually with Johnson. Well, anyway, one of those episodes of the That's How I Heard show, where the Buddha goes to like a place of fire worshippers. They're worshiping like the fire god Agni. It's like one of the Hindu fire gods. Named Agni. Also, how Sanskrit, it's not long, you make a noise. You can do that quietly, it's fine, but do it quietly. Anyway, you guys know how I've mentioned before how a bunch of different languages are related and how Sanskrit is related to English distantly. All right, well, if you've not heard it before, you're hearing it now. Anyway, I think it related to like ignition or ignite in English. You know, 'cause, like if you ignite, you know, a firework, you're setting it on fire, or you turn the ignition in your car, you're making the fire when your engine starts. So Agni, ignition, they're related. But anyway, yeah, Agni Kai and Avatar. Remember to that whole Sanskrit. So except they're starting to not pay attention anymore, so I'm not gonna wrap it up.
I'm just so funny. And then, here it goes. No, I just, I was mentioning. I'm just gonna close the episode. For egg though, it's sensitive to the after state, but it's stuff returns belonging across the four nations. The term your nation is explicitly based on the yellow frame child from China. From his perspective, this whole culture was still alive in like 3 days. It's sensitive blue glasses. So he might be holding his peach here, or maybe like egg.
She's right that Momo means peach in Japanese, but Momo also means like those little meat dumplings in Tibet. And so it's probably a reference to both.
I really love this final shot. It shows that like despite everything on the surface, he's not really over what happened to his people. And that's realistic. He can't possibly get over something like that fast. And then of course, like later on, we have a whole episode about it, which is great. We'll talk about it when we get there. Like in episode 4.
All right, I think 15 minutes is good. How about if you argue with me, we'll never watch it again. But if you listen,
I'm gonna argue now.
then we'll maybe watch me. All right.
You know, sir, finish your test,
What?
and you're drawing for 5 minutes.
Tony,
Okay, this one. That might be
Done,
that was right.
I've been down all the time. I told you, it looks bad. Even if you're awake, it looks like you're sleeping. All right. So does anybody have any questions about all this? I know you had some good ones while we were watching it. Any questions out of the pods? David, good. Anybody else have any questions? All right. Well, did anybody learn anything interesting from it? Aiden, you didn't learn anything interesting? Well, you were playing on your tablet, so I don't know if you're a good person to ask. Well, he was doing homework or something on it. Okay, well, Long, you liked the video. What did you learn from it?
I learned how it Avatar was based on Chinese something
Can you be more specific?
like
Tell me some stuff you remember.
I remember that one yellow
Okay. What about you, Dragon? Do you remember anything in particular? The second one is. I let him go. And Tibet, yeah. Aiden. Get your hand up, right?
I hope on the test, it just showed me that, but I hope I can do mine, because I'm not gonna do that way.
Oh, sit down.
People recognize, I hope I can do that way on my test.
So this was supposed. Probably.
Do your work.
Yeah. That's the thing. Who does that in real life? Those are better ones, yeah. Cause like, these people, air nomads are based really heavily off of, Tibet. Alright, Serena, what'd you learn? Yeah. Everything about that movement, you know what they were? Okay, go ahead. Yeah, just tell me anything about the movement. Yeah, those are the traditional Chinese ones, but in the show, they don't involve. Yeah, those are the ones in the show, but the ones Serena said are the real traditional ones. You're both right. David, tell me something you learned, young man. Yeah, those ones aren't the show. They just have traditional stuff like China and Japan. They have. Yeah, but yeah, and the Epcot Last Airbender show, the non-Asian culture that everything got mixed with is American culture, because even though it's about Asian stuff, it's an American show. So they kind of, they were like, we're not gonna do the Asian elements, we're gonna do the Western elements. Well, the Asian elements include like wood and metal, but the Western ones are just earth, water, air, fire. But in the Asian ones, they also will include like metal and in India, sometimes they use space as an element, which is cool. I like that, like space as an element. Anyways, tell me something you learned.
The firebenders mass genocide on airbenders.
Yes.
And genocide means you kill a certain amount of.
Yeah, true.
And then you always have to make sure that.
All right. We got 8 minutes. It's so great. So, how about for 8 minutes, we do just a little exercise. Mason, will you get me paper for everybody? Kind of line. Oh, never mind. We already got some. 8 of them.
Go ahead.
Somebody. All right, number 1. What did you say, Tony? Okay, good. You're mean about anybody. Well, thank you. No, good to see you. That was good. All right. Number 1. Tony literally just said this, so hopefully you guys remember. What is genocide? It's an important thing that happens both in the show and in real life. Well, then you're on the right track. Just explain what he did, and that would be pretty much the right answer.
Best chocolate candy in the world.
Let's go.
We'll keep your papers. We're gonna add more questions and then. What is genocide?
I need to do.
I think you were here for that part, but maybe you weren't here yet. Oh, yeah, you weren't here when Tony just talked about it, but it's okay if you don't remember. Does anybody want to tell Mason quietly what it is? Explain it to him.
So.
No, just like quietly tell it to somebody, like not everyone.
So basically, when Hitler
Not just Hitler. I'll just tell you guys. When When any kind of person, listen, guys, no clowning around. Tony and Mom, stop. Let me explain it. When a person, or especially like the leader of a country or whatever, tries to kill all of a certain kind of people. Like if like the example that David used is like, you know, when Hitler tried to kill all the Jews, he might not know that yet because he's still in elementary school. But it's like if somebody tries to kill all of a certain kind of people, like a certain race or religion or country or whatever, it's a genocide. All right. So I gave you guys. Okay, just be there. So we're gonna move on to the next question.
Middle school.
All right, next question. This is another thing we literally just talked about, so hopefully you guys remember.
What is it size?
Go.
I'm
Go around the table. Don't run on the table. You have to clean up later.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Shady. I know.
If you can't see, I see what you're doing. Anyway, number 2 question is, can you guys remember what the traditional elements are?
I know.
Oh, good, write it down on your paper.
It's
Next to number
light,
2.
dark,
You know, it's speaker, TV, camera. Yeah, long the last Riz vendor.
It's not.
He's dating the one that grows.
The other two are
Oh.
Oh yeah, can I give you some?
Skip the first bit, just a second. You're talking about the different elements.
Oh, no,
Alright, well,
hair.
if you don't know what that, just chill out and listen until. Tony, don't mess with the paper. He said you can, but I would like. Alright, why not get it?
It's an N word.
I wonder who's there then.
And next one is 9/11.
I love 9/11. Oh, that 9/11 was there? Oh, wow.
You still don't work, it's where.
Everyone was there.
You gotta be respectful of them. I don't know.
Sitting over there. No one's touching that.
Lon, sit down.
Look, right here.
Stop, Lon. Sit down.
So, before we go.
They come to the G Y G.
I record that. If you really want to find out who it is, then whoever it is could be without trouble.
So, literally.
I went sloppy.
We're about to do a break time. And we're not gonna get to any more questions because we're talking about people vandalizing the table super rudely and disrespectfully. So honestly, it's cool table. You guys can we have a written on it and stuff. We're gonna have to try to clean it. I'm gonna see while you guys are on break if I can find anything that's strong enough to clean it. You guys are gonna help. Figure it out. All right. How's it going, Elizabeth? We have to like,
And.
You can't run. Wait, let's go back. What are you gonna get? What's your social security number? What's your social security number? Who's talking? Where are you? Who's talking? Who's talking? Yeah.
You gotta be good, guys.
Ron, I don't wanna hear that. Elizabeth,
It was sad.
well, I have $30 for his birthday.
Look.
Yep, that's part-time job.
That's it.
$9 an hour. How many?
I'm not gonna wait. We talk about a lot of things with the blind.
So 30%. So what's 20 minus 157?
Funny, what's that? Medic and then the LPI. What now? It's easy though. You can follow.
Go back. So $63 is how much he needs to make to have 2 months. So what's
No, that's fine. You didn't actually spend it for me.
the first value?
Let's have a quick.
Well, you know that's.
Oh, I didn't.
Already $9 in each is.
You know that. So.
I'm gonna use that. Be more helpful.
You know or maybe. You know that. Whenever you're. So. When you have a remainder, that's the same thing as having a listen. And to avoid that problem of having decimals, it's better to use fractions, just because they're easier to put, and they give you the correct answer instead of working with decimals. So, this is why I'm saying, I don't understand what you're doing wrong, but there's some other things like
Actually, it won't work. I am, it's all work to do. So I have to stay back.
So there are two issues here. One, I think the method you're using is causing you more trouble with division. And two, look at this number. Do you think you can simplify it? Okay. So
Let's go.
Time master said I had to stay. Then. Time master, insane.
So then you-
Cause I have actual this time.
so we can simplify it further.
Jennifer.
Just let us stay here with me, so we're gonna for that.
What time is it? Time.
So the numerator is bigger than the denominator, so that's why we can simplify this in the flow.
But there was this one year that the number was big and the number was over like 64 over 64.
Don't what I say?
Oh, you know what that is, right? You know what that is?
So you can hit whenever you have a mixed number, let's say you have 3 and 5 over 8, right? So this is correct. This is like whatever number we're using, this is as far as we can simplify because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. And in this case, the numerator is bigger than the denominator, so we can simplify it even further.
It's bigger than that thing that is simple kind of is yeah, but it's like the numerator is smaller than
Yeah, because that's, well, it depends, but in this case, we can't simplify it further. Hopefully,
I do times fractions. I'm also doing algebra because it's like fractions. I don't know that like I didn't do that.
are you gonna sit here?
Two multiply fractions and algebra is my I'm doing seventh grade algebra because I'm above my grade.
Then you usually won't be able to look at, but yeah, we can go ahead and do that. So. There was algebra.
No, like in my lessons, the algebra.
Okay.
I'm just practicing. I'm getting some language fractions and stuff. What are you doing?
Same thing.
Oh.
Oh, mine is Christian, what's her name?
Mi nombre.
I'm like 16,
No. I don't know.
Yeah, but like. You can do that, but what I was talking about is sometimes when you have numbers like this. Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Over. You don't have.
Simplify these. Then we can- Feel for six and then right there. And so get over 24. This is
No, 49.
and then did I say this one? 6 over 20, over 7. 6, 8, 2. 7, so
The house is going.
go ahead and try to find the multiple parts today. Yeah. Or you can try dividing by 2, but whenever you're so you can always try dividing by 2 when you have numbers like 9 and you think 7, you have a number there, you won't be able to do that. But that should always be a first step when you have a really big number, just to see if you can. So you can. That's like the quickest way to make the number easier to work with is to divide by 2. Just find out, try to find a middle figure of that. So there's 1, 7, 6, 7, 7. And if they don't share anything aside from 1, yeah, if they don't share anything aside from 1, that's the simplest they can go. So that's for from the so you can simplify it working on that, but yeah, you can simplify this one for software.
How's it going? Oh, Elizabeth, are you working on your math still? Did you get help from Christian?
Yeah, and then simplify the thing, so multiply and where does monkey come from? I think it's Jackson.
It's Mason.
How are you doing, Christian?
Okay. Well, we do need more children though. I don't know how Johnson does it, and like even then, how was it before Johnson? Like before Johnson was here, or have they been used for like a really long
John's
time?
been here since I've been here, since before I was here. I've been doing it, I guess, like a year. I started in November, slightly over a year. I started November of last year. Or might have even been October, this fall of last year. I remember that started.
Was there like more tutors, or yeah, was there more tutors then, or
Yeah,
were there more tutors?
yeah, there were more tutors. I was actually just talking to Aaron downstairs about how like Mia was like the person who was in charge. And were you here the other day when she was here? You were, right?
Yeah, as she gave out the candies.
Yeah, she's like, I'll admit, she's better at keeping order than me because she's better at being stern. Like, I'm such a softie. Like,
She's menacing too, like they just like.
Yeah.
nothing to say, it's you feel the intensity.
yeah, like her face and voice, like she can make the kids behave. Like, I try to get them to behave and they're like, whatever. This guy's a softie. I mean, also, James was really cool. He was here last semester. And Jennifer really liked me. Yeah, she was cool. But James got a teaching job in Texas. And Lee was always a student. She's like doing college stuff, whatever. Jennifer knows better than me. Because you're actually there. Yes.
Is she in high school or in college?
In college. And James was also, oh, that's why he's, no, I don't know, but either way, he got a job as a teacher, so he was either in college or recently out of college. And Mia, she quit to focus on her career, but, she told me yesterday is that she was pursuing one career and now she's gonna have to try another one because that didn't work out. That's what your twenties are for, I guess. Anyway.
Sounds man.
Yeah, no, it was honestly, it was awesome last year. I mean, it's still good now, but I miss having Mia and James and V. They were really cool. But life goes on. One of the things the Buddha teaches is everything is impermanent, you can't get attached to things.
Numbers. Some of it is one thirty.
No, no, the like equals this and this one.
It's okay. You can try dividing by two. Again, that's a good thing to start off with. Just divide 360 over 14 by 2. And that'll make it easier. And if you can keep dividing by 2, start with them. This happens when you so the denominator is 45. And then your numerator is 180. So this is 180. Honestly, I accept that answer. These are really big numbers. You can try dividing by 2 again, but we have 5 here, so we're not gonna do that. And again, these are really big numbers, so I was expecting something like this. So just try 30 over 48 or something like this one. Really, you're not gonna get much bigger numbers in this video. But this one would be easier to simplify with definitions.
I got a new haircut.
Yeah, the perm.
It's my old hair. Last time when you were here, I had it from a really long time, but. People say I look like Edgar. What is that?
Like Edgar?
No, did you went to my
You don't really look
one
like Edgar.
yesterday?
Huh?
You went to my.
Yes, how did you know?
No, because I saw the other girl looking inside the classroom.
I was in the library. What is Edgar?
It's not a good thing. It's like a sort of, it's like a stereotype. So there's a certain haircut that I'll show you. There's a certain haircut that people have, and it's called that. I don't think it will.
I just look this.
It's a really bad haircut. That's kind of what it is. So you have like, it's bad. Like they don't look, you don't look like that. You don't look like
Chris, you said that would be easy to simplify.
Easier than
Yeah.
15/48, number 3.
Very
So. Again, 15/48. You have, for each one, you have 1, 3, 5, and 15. That was the 25 for that. You have 1, you have 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 and 6 is 48. And then 12. We could keep moving, but that's all where we need to stop. And the greatest one is about 1. So that's the fraction is it's something small. That's you can't simplify it any further, so that's really easy. Like what can we do if we can't simplify it? Then it's just going to be better. Very good. 6. You can simplify this a little bit further. No, we're on the right track. But it is what it's doing. The denominator shouldn't be the same for this. So.
We'll still work on the values.
Again, really, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary to really have to prove it here, because then all you're gonna need to do. All you're gonna need to do is multiply whatever whole number you have by the denominator. And then that's gonna be your number, like whatever that gives you, you're gonna add it within the brackets. And then we just multiply and simplify. So I don't know if this is really. Maybe it'll be simple. 8 of the 1. Oh, 1. So it should be 13 or 15.
One. Is 1 plus 8. I'm not playing, 8.
That plus 13. Just subtract with this one too, then it's easier. Subtract those two, then you have your 13.
Oh, yeah, this does.
That's okay. Same. It is.
Don't worry. No worries about it.
It was 27/5.
Yeah, don't worry. 27.
You got it. I don't. What do you want to do?
Yeah, but the 5 here. What?
So I'm looking for it again. 81/30. 30, and then you simplify it.
Yeah, and so I don't know why I have the 5 there.
So go over this one, let me check. What else we got?
What's the?
Yeah. Go ahead and push this one. We need to see. So what's like the greatest common multiple, or find like the multiples out of all of those, because we have 21 over 24. Like 7, 10. Oh, yeah, you can still simplify that. Yeah. You can understand, write it, and some speak it. So 6, 2 times 9 is 18 plus 6 is 24. Science, 5 over. Five. Are you sure it's 4? 100.
No, I divided right here, I got 3 twos and figure 3, but then when it was like big, I did it again.
So what do you think? Well, look, our fraction is 120 over 9, okay? So what's 9 times 13? I think. Be 117. So 9 times 3 is 27 periods, that's 9 plus 2, that's 11, that should be 117. And 117, again, it's too big, like 117 is big, so 117 is gonna be. Okay, so 13 is gonna be a whole number, it's not gonna be the one over the fraction. So,
I was doing what I did.
yeah, but you just have these like in the wrong place. So you do have a remainder of 3, so whatever your remainder is what's gonna be in the fraction, and the whole number that you have up here, that's gonna be the whole number that's gonna be in the fraction. So in your mixed number, you will have 3 over 9, it shouldn't be,
So it's 3 over 9.
Yeah.
The remainder was always a whole number.
the remainder is the fraction, the remainder is not. It's, you just had it backwards, the remainder is a fraction, not the whole number, because again, a fraction is a decimal, it's the same thing as a decimal, and your remainder is your decimal. So, you probably misunderstood, but the remainder is a fraction, it's never gonna be the whole. Right? So, let's find the multiples for 21 and 21, 24. Let's start with one. So everything has a multiple of 1, right? And then this 24 doesn't. That's 21. So we're gonna skip to this 21 having this portion. Then it does have a movable four. So it's a 4, so almost 45. 6, 7. Then 2, 1 and 2 is more. That's 24 having movable four. And again, since we start with there, or the question should be going to the second page. Doesn't have a multiple one. 6. Oh, I'm trolling, sorry. It's a clip out of it. Doesn't have a multiple of 5, it has a multiple of 6. Then does it have a multiple of 7? Okay, multiple of 8. Now, this is a very lucky list from here, and just find the greatest common. And then divide both by 3.
It's gonna be second.
17 is correct. But it's 2 and 7. Like, tips and tips. No one question 18. What was the problem? 3 over this. Yeah. 3, 5, 6, 9, 5 over 2 thirds. 3 times 5 is 18 plus 5 is 23 over 6 and 5 is 17 over 3. Which would be good.
Yeah, so she's like.
Yeah, but everything.
You said that you not real.
I'm dogging that, but I'm gonna get everything. Yeah. 18, you simplify this? No.
Oh,
7.
so big.
Yeah. Right, good job.
Look at so big. Wow, negative.
Okay, good. That's it.
I heard like two ash papers out. I'm not doing it, so.
Tới lúc nó đi làm về tới anh.
Dạ.
You hungry? David, you sure? You hungry, Glory? Hungry? For me? Are you?
Jingle bells, I like smells, ding dong ding. Whoa.
I like smells, what do you mean?
Let's go deeper.
What's wrong with ding dong? Ding dongs are good, what do you mean? No, somebody put booger.
Ew.
Booger. Well, it's a good one. It's a good one.
These two out. God. I love it. No candy.
Don't add that to the thing, like, we hurt so much right now.
You're gonna have to wait.
Chicken.
I get the very big numbers. Like the large ones, it's not good for that's fine. 12 to 1.
No, you don't get to go play if you don't keep your shirt up. Fine. Aaron, tell her to get that. I need the tiger still. Monkey doesn't play with parents.
Making drama.
Thank you.
I mean, one has eight, eight.
54. And that's like about 150 smaller, so I think you go.
Oh, this is him. He's reading Wish for Santa.
So the whole number is different. So sense again. So just the whole number gets to be bigger, right? I'm assuming the
Never mind, I don't have to.
one.
You wouldn't even get Christian.
Then you're also doing it. And this is the second for those.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Yeah, sort of like, you don't need, you definitely get one of that, maybe consistent with.
Corrected.
So, where's kind of that's.
It's not time, we have 5 minutes left. We have 5 minutes left though, it's 6:55. Right? No, 6:55, we go in. Like, you think 50 we go in.
Things would be done, yes.
Oh.
Don't do that. All right. Goofy goofers. Who wants to use the spray bottle? Serena called it. Serena, spray this table.
Let's not do it then.
Oh, you're all gonna help. Everyone.
How would you spray them? Yeah, we'll be spray.
All right, only spray that table, Serena, and somebody else will get to spray one of each of the items.
Well, if these people can do it then. It is 4 of them.
We'll probably need to spray it more than once because there's a lot of guns. Alright, give it to Aiden next, Serena.
Rena, Eden turn. Hello. Rena, Eden turn. No, but you should be back now. That's the wall too.
Serena, go ahead and get the screen in and start wiping.
Yes.
Oh. No.
7 minus 9. What happened? It's gonna go up.
What? No, you guys keep writing on the table like a bunch of clowns. And then we have to clean it. Respect it's simple. You guys keep. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. I know I'm not expressing. But you guys need to help kind of clean up all the papers on it. So you can actually do this. I need to fight really hard with all your muscles. You can try to run some of that. Always got the most money in everyone except whenever I sit here. So hopefully.
Oh, yeah. You too, Alfred. I quit. I'm quitting. Look. Good thing that everyone is out.
Seven.
We can't, we will not be.
That's a great air.
I'm done.
Already wet.
It's no accident if it's in there.
He's breaking the keyboard. He's saying it right here.
You want the song?
Good.
I said, no. It's all good.
Alright, somewhere else for counting it.
I already did that.
Somewhere on the table.
Yeah. We got that. This
I think that's a bit weird.
Yeah, but you have to get that's wet. Not coming out, whoever's it,
Don't bring anything. Let me help.
Really hard, super strong muscles. Wonder Woman.
We did so much. Serena, the 9/11 isn't gone.
Oh,
It's still coming off.
no.
Sam just said something. This one's I think it was. When you spread 9/11. It's just one person. Like you. This